Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. It was another busy night for Hazleton firefighters. For the second night in a row, fire crews battled a fire in the city. Tuesday night, firefighters were called to 415 West Diamond Avenue for a kitchen fire. City Fire Chief Donald Leschko said the cooking incident on a stove sparked the fire that spread to a kitchen wall and cabinet. 6 people from one side of the double home got out okay. Firefighters quickly knocked down flames and contained the fire to the 415 side of the building. 4 people living on the 413 side of the double home were allowed to return. City code officials will work with homeowners to ensure repairs are made. A man is now behind bars following a raid of a home in Frackville. Members of the Schuylkill County District Attorney's Office, the Schuylkill County Drug Task Force, Frackville Police, and Pennsylvania State Police executed a search and seizure warrant at a home on North Railroad Street. The search netted firearms and illegal drugs worth more than $7,000. Agents found heroin with a street value in excess of $7,000, quantities of marijuana with a street value of more than $300. There was also quantities of meth and prescription pills, along with items of drug paraphernalia and 3 firearms. Agents charged 35-year-old John Peter Doherty Jr. with 2 counts of possession with an intent to deliver a controlled substance, heroin and marijuana, 5 counts of possession of a controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. He was taken to prison, unable to post $50,000 straight cash bail. 11 members of a now closed Penn State fraternity have found out that the judge has once again dropped almost all of the charges against them. Several of the members are still facing minor charges, including furnishing alcohol to minors. The case was back in front of the judge for a second preliminary hearing because prosecutors refiled charges, the judge hearing the case throughout in September. They were all related to the death of 19-year-old Tim Piazza of New Jersey. Prosecutors filed new charges against other former members of Beta Theta Pi. They have a preliminary hearing in May. Police have charged 2 people with breaking the ear off the statue of the Penn State University mascot during the state Patty's Day celebrations. Authorities say a 19-year-old from Connecticut and 18-year-old from North Carolina now face charges of criminal mischief and tampering with evidence in connection with the damage caused to the Nittany Lion Shrine. Both suspects now face up to $500 in fines and have court appearances set for next month. The university has since fixed the ear. 176 arrests were made last year by the Luzerne County Drug Task Force. Its first full year, the entity was under control. District Attorney Stephanie Salavantis pushed to assume control in late 2016. 255 law enforcement personnel from 39 local agencies are in the task force. 2 pounds of heroin and the synthetic opioid fentanyl were seized last year. Also, 155 overdose deaths, the 3rd consecutive year of a new record high. Other drug seizures last year include 41.25 pounds of marijuana, 3.65 pounds of methamphetamine, 2.5 pounds of crack cocaine, and 31 confiscated weapons. Overall, the office brought in over $866,000 in revenue last year and ended the year over $125,000 under budget. The lawyer representing Eric Freen's parents say they cannot be held responsible for his actions. It was back on September 12, 2014, that Freen opened fire on a state police barracks, killing one state trooper and injuring another. Attorney Joseph Mayers argued that there is no legal basis for the claims against them when asking Judge Terrence Nealon to dismiss Eugene and Deborah Freen as defendants in a trio of civil lawsuits. A jury in Pike County convicted Eric Freen of first-degree murder last April, sentencing him to death. Corporal Brian Dixon's widow, Tiffany Dixon, injured Trooper Alex Douglas, and Nicole Palmer, a civilian state police dispatcher who tried to help Brian Dixon after he was shot, have all filed lawsuits seeking damages from Freen's parents. The suits contend Eugene and Deborah Freen psychologically manipulated their son into developing a hatred for law enforcement that culminated with the 2014 ambush and, among other things, were negligent in keeping more than 4 dozen firearms unsecured in their Canadensis home. Judge Nealon took the arguments under advisement and will rule at a later date. The Greater Hazleton Joint Sewer Authority will spend $148,000 to comply with federal regulations and obtain certification. The board approved a resolution to move forward with a training program to certify workers on how to operate a sludge incinerator that should be operational late next year. At least 13 authority employees will participate in the program, which will be offered over 5 years and tailored specifically for the estimated $16 million sewage sludge incinerator that the authority will build at its treatment plant in the Valmont Industrial Park. Coming up on WYLN News, more questions and concerns regarding a proposed $5 fee, plus honoring veterans in Butler Township. Our Julia Wiegand will take us there. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Overnight tonight, dense fog, the low 42. Tomorrow, some clouds and showers, the high about 52. Friday will start off with showers, then cloudy skies, and a high nearing 55. We'll be right back.
Are you in good hands? Call Gary McNeilis of Allstate Insurance for all your insurance needs. The McNeilis Agency has 2 locations to conveniently serve you, 1092 North Church Street in Hazel Township and Hometown Village Square in Hometown. Their quality, service-oriented agency will make sure you get the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call in Hazel Township at 570-454-1981 or in Hometown at 570-668-5133.
Are you in good hands?
Due to the structure of the buy-sell agreement, all Mazda inventory must be liquidated. I am unable to advertise prices below their pricing structure, but I can assure you that I will be selling cars well below that structure. I've also gotten 11 buyers on hand to purchase any and all trades, giving you the maximum value available. If I can't beat your best deal, I'll write you a check for $2,000. This is truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It is a real deal. Blaze Alexander Mazda of Hazleton. This event is about to end. Please do not miss out.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
The suggestion of Luzerne County collecting $5 per vehicle registered to help fix roads and bridges was brought up again last night at the Luzerne County Council work session. Luzerne County Manager David Pedri brought the idea, saying his email is full of complaints about pothole-plagued roads in the county, and the fee would raise revenue to address them. Council members expressed concerns and objections that they have received from residents. The fee was proposed once before in 2016 and was rejected. 20 of the state's 67 counties have enacted the fee. Council meets again next month, and a representative from PennDOT is expected to be there to offer input. Announcements of layoffs yesterday afternoon for Pepper Jam. The internet marketing company has 6 offices, its headquarters in Wilkes-Barre. There it employs about 100 people. The exact number of those affected company-wide was not given, but a company spokesperson said 20% of the staff will lose their jobs due to trying to keep operating expenses in line with revenue. State Representative Tara Toohill and U.S. Senator Pat Toomey's office co-hosting a ceremony for Vietnam veterans from the Luzerne County area this morning to finally recognize their service. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has more.
45 years have passed since the last American combat troops left Vietnam on March 29, 1973. Some of those brave Vietnam-era veterans who served didn't get the respect and appreciation they deserved.
This is very important for our Vietnam veterans. Our Vietnam veterans were not necessarily recognized when they came home, and although it's a little late, it's important that we recognize our Vietnam veterans to say thank you, the thanks they might not have gotten 40 or 50 years ago.
Luzerne County area Vietnam veterans were honored for their service this morning at the Butler Township Community Center, and it's about time. State Representative Tara Toohill, along with U.S. Senator Pat Toomey's State Director Colonel Robert D'Souza, co-hosted the ceremony.
So Senator Toomey, since he got into the Senate, has been very concerned about recognizing and helping our veterans. So Senator Toomey is a Department of Defense Vietnam 50th commemorative partner, and this is a part of a week-long series of events that Senator Toomey has been doing throughout the state to recognize our Vietnam veterans. So today we had approximately 100 veterans from the greater Hazleton area come together to be recognized for their service during the Vietnam era.
The Vietnam War Veterans Recognition Act permanently designates March 29th as National Vietnam War Veterans Day and encourages the flying of the U.S. flag on the state. This wouldn't be possible without Senator Toomey's introduction of a new bill which passed unanimously through Congress and was quickly signed by President Donald Trump. Toohill and D'Souza offered remarks and presented commemorative pins that only a Vietnam veteran can get, with the help of former Adjutant General of the Pennsylvania National Guard, retired Major General James Joseph.
No, it's just important for Senator Toomey that we reach out and we recognize our veterans. With today's ceremony, Senator Toomey will have recognized over 4,000 Pennsylvania veterans with this special Department of Defense Vietnam 50th commemorative pin.
Veterans who served on active duty in the U.S. Armed Forces at any time between November 1, 1955 and May 15, 1975, regardless of location, were eligible to receive a lapel pin. Reporting from Butler Township for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
Thank you, Julia. Coming up on Nanticoke's News Choice, a fundraiser with free throws. We'll tell you about it in Community and You. Plus, there was no big winner, so the Mega Millions jackpot continues to grow. The next drawing Friday night worth an estimated $502 million or $301 million cash. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
There's only one truck that pushes the boundaries of technology and ingenuity. The Ram 1500. During Ram Truck Month at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get a new 2018 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express for only $32,932. Learn more at allamericanjeep.net.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Harrisburg's cluttered with failed politicians, like Tom Wolf and Scott Wagner. 4 years ago, Wagner promised he'd lower your property taxes. Wagner didn't just fail. He called for a massive new tax on seniors' retirement pensions. That's unconscionable. I'm not just going to cut your property taxes. I'm going to get rid of them. And how do you know I won't fail? I'm not a politician. I'm a successful businessman. And I also completed Army Ranger training. And trust me, we don't fail.
There's only one truck that pushes the boundaries of technology and ingenuity. The Ram 1500. During Ram Truck Month at All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get new 2018 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express for only $32,932. Learn more at allamericanjeep.net.
Welcome to Community and You. Today we are at the Freeland YMCA, one of my non-natural places to be because here they play things like basketball, of which I am not very good at. Are you good at basketball?
Yes.
See, I kind of knew that. Somebody else who's really good at helping out basketball is Stacy Sando. And Stacy, you are with the Whippets?
Yes, I'm with the Freeland Whippets Booster Club, and we are hosting a free throw competition next weekend, April 7th.
Now that sounds like it ought to be a lot of fun. Free throw competition. This young lady over here, Shaston?
Yeah.
Oh, I got it right. I better that I wouldn't get it right. What exactly is a free throw?
Well, you shoot at the free throw line, which is the line in the middle by the circle. And I guess you shoot until you miss, and the person that shoots and makes it wins.
Well, that sounds like it's pretty easy. How about for you, Chris?
I don't know.
You don't think you could do that?
Probably not.
Oh, well then I'm going to have to go back over here to Stacy. What is all this for?
We're basically trying to raise money for the boys and girls basketball team. You know, this year a couple of the parents got together and it was brought to our attention that their uniforms were, you know, kind of looking a little shabby, and we wanted to get them new uniforms for next year, get some money in the booster club since there really wasn't a booster club. So a couple of great parents formed together and decided to try and raise some money to help support the kids.
Now, one of the unique ideas about this is they want people like you and like me to get involved. Does that scare you?
No.
Even if somebody like me is out there throwing free throws, you might get in the way.
No.
How long have you been a Whippet?
1 year.
And you're already here getting ready to raise money for next year. Good guy. What do you like best about being a Whippet?
I don't know.
Chris is a man of few words, but he has deep insight, because I can tell that he's probably saying one of the reasons is the camaraderie of all the team. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Stacy, when we're talking about all this, I said you want people like us in the community to get involved. What exactly does that mean?
Well, basically, I mean, basketball is a group effort, and the community supporting basketball can be a group effort too. And really, when you support our kids, in turn, they grow into better adults. So we're trying to get the community involved. We want all ages involved to come out, support the kids. We want them at the free throw line. If they're in kindergarten, if they're in second grade, if they're in fifth grade, if they're in eighth grade, if they can't answer questions well, or if they could answer questions well, we still want you at the free throw line. And we do want adults too. We're trying to get some adults my age, you know, a little bit younger than me, maybe even a little bit older than me. We want them out at the line to show these kids that we really do support them in what they do.
Well, I just want you to know, Chris, I was out here practicing before you folks ever came in here, and I'm good, and I'm ready, and I'm going to take you on.
Right.
Okay, sounds like a challenge to me. So when again, Stacy, where, how do people get involved?
Okay, so the actual date of the competition is on April 7th. It's from 2 to 5. Registration is $5, and you can pick up the registration forms at the Freeland YMCA. The deadline to register is April 2nd, but to be honest, we wouldn't turn you away if you came out the door, but we would like to have an idea of who's coming. So there'll be tricky trays, there's going to be a bake sale, so we even have some trophies to award to some kids or adults.
Nice.
Whoever wins.
Very nice. Now, from the rest of the group, can we get a 3, 2, 1 and a go Whippets and show everybody how excited you are for this? All right, here we go. Don't forget, we want to catch you again on Community and You, and we want to see you here at the Freeland Y on
WYLN.
And what date?
April 7th.
April 7th. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Go Whippets!
Northeast Pennsylvania. Scenic beauty, close-knit communities. We're neighbors helping neighbors. Lehigh Valley Health Network is bringing you leading-edge cancer treatment that's close to home. robotic surgery for quicker recoveries, world-class heart care and access to top specialists. All from Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton and our 15 community locations. Neighbors caring for Greater Hazleton and beyond. Lehigh Valley Health Network.
At the Joyce Insurance Group, we offer insurance tailored to your needs. We protect what matters most to you.
We've been serving the needs of thousands of clients throughout Northeast Pennsylvania since 1955.
Our professional agents are dedicated to providing you with a great insurance experience.
With 62 years in business, our clients are the reason that we care the most.
Ask any of our 5,000 plus satisfied customers, and they'll tell you the right choice is Joyce.
Lilacs Floral Shop, 15th Street in Hazleton, offers a wide array of fresh-cut floral and silk flowers, free delivery, or sympathy arrangements to all local funeral homes. Find them on Facebook, visit their website. Bart is always happy to give you the best customer service. Lilacs wishes Hazleton boys a great day of team play.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to watch archived shows and a live stream of our broadcast shows. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. WYLN, we're your local network.
This old house in Tamaqua will soon house the new Hope and Coffee Shop on Pine Street, which will represent more than just good coffee. WYLN's Julia Wiegand stopped by to find out about the future shop and its upcoming fundraiser.
There's more to this future coffee shop than meets the eye. Hope and Coffee, planning to open late spring at 137 Pine Street, Tamaqua, will not only serve coffee and sticky buns, but be a place where recovering addicts can get the support they need in an alcohol-free environment. The project falls under the Tamaqua Area Community Partnership that's been doing community-based development and improvements for 23 years.
The Hope and Coffee Shop idea really started several years ago when many volunteers from our group and the community started meeting as an organization called Tamaqua Step Up. Which is STEP UP stands for support, treatment, enforcement, and prevention. And this was really in response to the significant addiction issues that we're suffering in not just our community, but a lot of communities all over the region. And also something that came up was there's a lot of people in the community who they are very concerned about addiction and they want to support people in recovery, but they don't know how. And maybe it doesn't impact them personally, but they know it impacts their community. And so they're looking for a way to engage. And the coffee shop, Hope and Coffee, is going to be a place where just by coming and buying a cup of coffee and a sticky bun, you'll be helping other people and you'll be helping people in recovery in a very easy way, a very accessible way. And so it'll give people a real actionable item to do. They can go out there and buy a cup of coffee and they'll be helping the cause.
President and Chairman of Cyberland Manufacturing, Lisa Scheller, hopes to normalize recovery and help those in the long term. The public perception of addiction and those who fall into drug abuse still carries around a certain stigma.
One of the neat things about Hope and Coffee is that in our construction, in our planning on who's going to be employed, everything from the restaurant management to the people building the place to people designing cabinetry to people doing the serving. It's all recovery focused, and we have people in recovery doing all those things, participating. I'm looking forward to helping really destigmatize and normalize recovery and having this community come together and really make a difference.
Hope and Coffee will be holding a celebration and fundraiser at the Tamaqua Community Arts Center right down the street, where Scheller will be sharing her personal story of hope and recovery on April 6th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. For more information on the fundraiser, sponsorship opportunities, or Hope and Coffee itself, visit www.tacp.info/hopeandcoffee. Reporting from Tamaqua for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
The City of Wilkes-Barre reminding residents that recycling will not be collected if there are non-recyclable items in the recycling container or if the recyclables are in a container other than an open-top container. Recently, some residents have been mixing garbage with recyclables. Therefore, recyclables were not taken from the curbside. The mixing of the two collections greatly hinders the recycling process. Due to the increase in garbage mixed in with recyclables, the city will no longer accept recyclables contained in bags of any color. All commingled recycling products are to be placed in open-top containers. These containers can be of any size and can be either one provided by the city years ago or recycling containers that residents have purchased at home improvement or general merchandise stores. The following materials may be recycled at curbside: glass, steel, and aluminum cans, plastic, newspaper, and cardboard. Everyone is invited to share in an Easter feast this Sunday at a local Hazleton church. The holiday celebration taking place Easter Sunday at Holy Rosary Church, 240 South Poplar Street in Hazleton. The dinner dedicated in loving memory of Ed Scarp. The public is invited to attend. Homebound deliveries will also be available. If you'd like to volunteer for the dinner or if you need more information, you can contact the United Way of Greater Hazleton, 570-455-9515, extension 2. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
Berger Family Dealership, soon to be the Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships of Hazleton. The finalization of the sale of the dealership is getting closer every day. There's only one thing stalling the process, and that's the inventory. It all must go. Every new and pre-owned car, truck, sport utility, and van must be liquidated or sold off at auction. Please don't miss this opportunity to purchase at well below normal pricing guidelines. We're so confident that we won't be undersold, we're going to double our $1,000 low price guarantee. This has never before been offered and will expire at the end of business on March 31st.
For creative cuisine and handcrafted cocktails, visit Four Blooms in Drums.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about visiting a restaurant that has a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the types of things that we will be featuring on our new show, Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. Jeff Bonomo, host of Off the Beaten Path, welcomes you into the world of craft beer, great wine, and good eats. Wine, Hops, and Road Stops.
Independent Life Home Care offers in-home non-medical care with RN, LPN, home health aid, and companion services in Luzerne and Carbon counties. They accept Medicaid waivers, VA benefits, long-term care insurance, and private pay. Call 570-904-8822 for a free assessment. WYLN would like to thank the following basketball sponsors. WYLN, we're your local network.